John Lord here, and welcome to my garden. And at this time of the year the gardens are in their full glory, but most gardeners, they never see the good bits. It's always the pieces that most other people don't notice, but you notice them. So you see the bits that need to be changed. Now when I look at this garden here, obviously we look at this flower here. Say this sunflower, it's a perennial sunflower called morning sun, and all you need to do with that is remove old ones if you can, and that comes up every year and never gives any trouble. So we're going to leave that, that's not going to be touched. But we look at this here, this Acer that was planted here at the beginning of the year, and it was planted because there's a bit of an opening here, and I thought a specimen here would look well, but it hasn't worked. It hasn't worked for a few reasons. One is the Acer is golden and it's fighting with this lovely, look at the bumblebees, it's fighting with this lovely Buddleja weyeriana. It's a late flowering Buddleja, a really good plant by the way. You can cut that back hard in the spring and it will still flower that year. Now as it happens, that's what we're going to do. It's gone very big, so it's time to cut that back hard. We'll do it next February, and that will go in the notebook. And beside this we have, see that beech tree? That's an upright beech tree. Now that's the tree that wants to be the main man, tall tree at the start of the long run. And what we'll do is we'll cut this back, we'll take the side branches off that so it has a single lead, because we want to be a columnar shape, and we'll remove some of the branches from the birches behind, and we'll put this all in the notebook. And this tree here, as I said, the golden and the yellow are too close, one doesn't help the other. But more importantly, if you look at it, the wind comes from this direction and it's getting burnt by the wind, so it's not in the correct position, so it's going to be moved and put somewhere else in a more sheltered spot, and maybe with darker plants around it. But we make mistakes, all gardeners make mistakes, and that's, you learn by your mistakes. But it's a nice spot, and what we'll put in it instead is probably this. And I'm imagining this grass, it's a little bit congested, it's a little bit crowded, it's fallen a bit. It would be much better off on its own, just here, and it will counteract very nicely with that. Now we mightn't do that, but it's definitely going to be a grassy plant put here, and maybe only to about this height. I don't think we need it any higher. And that's what you do at this time of the year. You make your little notes, because in the winter, when a lot of this stuff has died down, you forget what you were going to do. So this is the time of year that you prepare for the following year. And we're just going to look at some other stuff that needs to be done. This holly tree, if you notice, I'm growing it up on a single leader, and I'll just get into this bush, just into the undergrowth. So with hollies, that's the single lead, and that's a subsidiary one. Now we don't want a fork, we only want one. So we'll cut that back to there. And if we look here, the bamboo is coming over a lot, so we're going to have to remove a good piece of bamboo, because I think the holly will be the feature plant. That will grow up another 10 feet. So that has to be done, and we'll come over here and have a look at what else needs. As I already said, we're going to cut that one back there. We don't need that plant in there, that red one. It's getting a bit congested. That's a Fargesia. We don't need it. We'll probably take that red one out, but we'll wait for the winter. But we have a very nice dogwood here, and it needs to come out. It needs space. So sometimes you have to make the hard decisions and remove stuff. This Buddleja, it's hard to know what to do. Part of me says it should be cut back, and another part of me says it's got plenty of space to leave it, so we'll probably leave that one. Maybe some deadheading. If we ever had the time or the patience, we would deadhead it. And here we have bamboo. That's the Fargesia nitida it's called, and it's gone totally bananas. Brown obviously loves the very rich heavy clay. It has gone absolutely bonkers, and it's intruding on lots of other plants around, and we can't see some very nice plants behind which are no longer visible, so that has to be taken to in a good serious way next winter. So that's going on the list. Sycamore tree, purple sycamore tree. We might remove that branch. See the bottom branch? Might remove that. We look at that again. So it's these little jobs, and sometimes you're better off in gardening. Let things get a bit out of hand and then go right in, and then you don't have to go near it for a long time. Do the same again. Here I can see another problem. That holly tree there, and the cotinus behind it, it's just hard to know. The cotinus is nice, the holly is nice. We will have to make a decision which one to keep. And these executive decisions, that's what you get paid the big bucks for.